What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So it's a pretty early Tuesday morning as I record this, but just when I had woken up, we got a tweet from Shams that said Giannis Antetokounmpo desire to play anywhere else was only with the New York Knicks, and kind of pushed for it maybe a tad bit in the offseason, but of course the Knicks never made a desirable offer because, well, they may not have one. So I read the entire article and it was interesting, but it seemed like Giannis basically didn't put enough pressure for it to happen, and the Knicks maybe didn't make a significant enough of an offer, which makes sense because their offer probably isn't good enough. But I've brought out my creative brain for this, and I'm going to make it happen somehow, some way. I have a trade. It's not perfect, and I think it's pretty unrealistic, to be honest with you. But we're going to do it anyway for the entertainment purposes of Giannis Antetokounmpo landing with the New York Knicks. A ton of flaws in this trade, but let's go ahead and rebuild the New York Knicks with Giannis Antetokounmpo if he actually gets what he wants, potentially, in real life. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like in this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 50,000 subs. So if you are new around here and want to help us out, that would be awesome. So here is the trade that I have in front of us. Again, there's a lot of flaws with this. This is why when I first read this, I was like, well, of course, the Knicks traded everything for Mikal Bridges, so they do not have any way of getting Giannis. That's my first thought. Now, you know, it is a player empowerment league. Would Giannis get to the point where he would force, you know, to be like, I'm only going to re-sign with the Knicks, blah, 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 and then maybe the Bucks are forced to take the offer? I don't think so. I think the Blazers kind of displayed that you can do something different. You know, Dame was demanding Miami the whole time, and they traded him to Milwaukee instead. So, like, I don't think that it could happen. It could not. You never know. But if, for whatever reason, the Bucks could only trade him to New York, which makes no sense, but we're just hypothetically saying that. Here's the offer, and again, it's not perfect at all, and honestly, it's kind of tough because the one thing I would think the Bucks would want is their picks back, right? Well, their picks are spread out everywhere right now. You got New Orleans New Orleans has their 2027 pick, Atlanta now has their 2026 pick, and then the Blazers have the rest of them, basically. So, here's what my thought process was. The Blazers, for a long time, had a ton of interest in OG Anunoby, so they can finally dump Jeremy Grant's terrible contract and give the Bucks all their picks back that they traded for Damian Lillard, basically. I don't even know if the Blazers would be interested in doing that. Again, I have no idea. But the thing is, they could keep Giannis out of the East, right? Because if this was the Hawks, for instance, and giving the giving the Bucks their pick back in 2026, why would the Hawks help the Knicks get Giannis Antetokounmpo? I don't think that makes a ton of sense, and they probably have a better offer that they could throw on the table than the Knicks. Yeah, none of this is really perfect at all. In summarization, this is just purely a video for entertainment purposes. OG Mitchell Robinson, one of the picks that the Knicks can offer in a few seconds, and then the Bucks are getting a good amount of draft capital, but nothing too desirable here. This trade sucks, I'm gonna be honest with you, but I am going to make it happen anyway. And yes, everyone's gonna decline it, obviously, because the trades aren't the greatest. But yeah, Giannis to New York, it has a ton of obstacles, I'm going to be honest with you. It really does. But we are making it happen anyway. So Giannis Antetokounmpo joins Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns. So it could be Karl-Anthony Towns, it could be Mikal, it could be OG, it could be anybody in the trade. Your guess is as good as mine on what it would look like if it did happen. But this is what we're going with. Might move Josh Hart to shooting guard instead. Mikal Bridges back to the 3. So we'll do something like that. So this is going to be your new starting 5. You got Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, Giannis, Karl-Anthony Towns, Jordan Clarkson, Brogdon, McBride, and Yabusele. So that is your rotation. We'll also run only 9-man rotation. The Knicks are pretty successful in the 2K sim. So you would think with adding Giannis Antetokounmpo, that would be the same thing. This should just be a fun, short little video today, more of a simulation style. I do still have injuries on and all that, like we've been doing recently, so we'll see if that affects the video too much, but I will see you guys at the end of the season now that Giannis Antetokounmpo on the New York Knicks. So at the end of year 1, Shea wins MVP, Flag is your Rookie of the Year, Russell Westbrook is your 6th man, Wemby is your Depoy, Nemius is your Most Improved, and Brunson is your Clutch Player. Kidd is your Coach of the Year, and Caldwell is your Executive. Yep, if you land Giannis, that probably gets you that. And then Brunson is your Cup MVP. So that's all looking great. We are the first team in the East. Here, here's your All-NBA first team. Do got a couple injuries here. All-NBA second team and All-NBA third team. Do get Brunson on here with a strained left hip, but it might be something he plays through. We'll see. all defense first team, and all defensive second team. So I'm noticing I don't think I saw Giannis on one of these at all, which maybe means he didn't play enough games. We'll have to find out the hard way, unfortunately, here in just a second. Don't think we got any rookies to be, very excited about. But we are the first team in the East, and here are your player stats. So Giannis is healthy, but yeah, he only played 36 games this season. So 28 from Giannis, 26 from Brunson, 23 from Cat, 17 from Mikal Bridges, 15 from Clarkson, not too bad from him, and then 14 from Brogdon. So Cat and Brunson are both hurt. It looks like Cat won't actually play through it. So we don't even have another center. I wonder, or I guess we have Sims or this guy. So I guess that's probably who was playing, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, Sims is going to be able to play through his injury, I guess, at the starting center. But once Cat is back, that'd be super helpful. We still have Giannis and Brunson, so I still think we can win a first-round matchup without it. And then, of course, the Bucks, probably with no Giannis, fell off the face of the earth. So, yeah, they were bad at the trade deadline when we made that trade. They went 30-52, so maybe their pick wasn't as desirable as they would have wanted this year, but at least they have their picks in 2028, 2029, 2030. But again, if I'm the Bucks, I'd want my 26 and 27 first too, but it's just hard because of how many of their picks are spread out around the league. But all right, Indiana in round 1 with no Hallie should be a series we're capable of winning. Of course, they don't have Turner either, so we'll have to see how this is going to go. Game 1, we're up 1-0. Game 2, we're up 2-0. Game 3, 2-1. Game 4, 3-1. And we beat them in 5. And Brunson is back, and so is Cat. Or Brunson's been playing, but Cat is back, so that's big. We can get Cat back in this rotation. So Brunson, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, we're fully healthy, which really is what we need, because obviously our bench isn't too spectacular. Like, there's some things to like here, but it definitely isn't anything to be overly excited about. So we get the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are currently, last time I checked, the betting favorites to win the East in real life. So it would be nice to knock these guys off. We'll see, though. Game 1 goes to the Cavs. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to the Cavs. Okay. Game 4 goes to the Cavs. Oh my goodness, we are in trouble. Brunson is injured. I mean, he's still playing through that injury, but maybe the Cavs have our number. The Knicks usually are able to win the championship pretty easily in these first season, but looks like the Cavs may have something to say about that idea, and we may blow this, but we do win, and we stay alive here. Now we're going to a game 6 on the road in Cleveland. All we got to do is win this one. We're back home in MSG, so let's see if we can do just that. And unfortunately, oh, wait. We did take a lead there for a second, and we do force a game 7, so we're still very much alive here. And everyone's healthy. Oh, just kidding. Brunson's hurt again. So he is dealing with... he's out for the season, apparently. So that's obviously going to hurt us, so that's not going to work. Okay. Let's see if we can't win game 7 without Brunson. We still have Giannis at least. But the Cavs, have Mitchell and all that too. So the close game, we take the lead here late. Can we hang on to it? We can. 117 to 130, 41 from Giannis, 21 from Brogdon. Former teammates in Milwaukee get it done. And now for the Atlanta Hawks. So we'll see how healthy they are. And I guess Josh Hart, or I guess Bridges is hurt too, isn't he? So Brunson and Mikal Bridges both gone for the season, it looks like. So that's the beauty of the 2K sim for you. And it is what it is. So the Atlanta Hawks, who have Trae Young, Alexander Walker, they look pretty healthy for the most part. So we're probably going to fall to the Hawks here if I had to guess. Dyson Daniels is hurt, though, so that, I guess, helps us a little bit. We're up 1-0, so that's a good start. 36 from Brogdon. Man, he's having himself a good series in the absence of Jalen Brunson. We're up 2-0. Man, we don't miss a beat right now, maybe. 3-1. Do we beat them in 5? Beat them in 6? No, we're going to a game 7. Okay. Oh, I think someone else is hurt. Oh, Brunson's back, and so is Mikal. Okay. I thought they were season ending, but they are back for this game 7. That's big time. Let's see if we can win this game 7. A lot of them are hurt, but hey, we just got to try to survive here and get to the finals. So, a close game, and we've had the lead most of it, but do we blow it at the end? That would really sting, but no, we are going to hang on. And the boys come back in town, and we make it happen. Clarkson is hurt now. McBride's hurt, but we're limping our way to the finals. So we got the Timberwolves, who have Edwards, Randall, McDaniels, Conley. I think Dillingham maybe. No, he's not hurt. He just isn't progressed enough yet. Nas Reed is hurt, though. So I guess that helps us a little bit. And we're hurt, too, but everyone seems to be playing through it other than Clarkson. So I guess in this scenario, we should probably just run 8-man rotation, right? Although it's not guaranteed that we survive in this final. So game 1 is going to go to the Wolves. Game 2 is going to go to us. Game 3 is going to go to us. Uh-oh. Game 4 goes to them. All right, game 5. Brunson is injured again. No surprise there. But can we win game 5 at home in MSG? It's a very close game. Of course, these teams just made a trade with each other like a year ago in real life as I'm recording this. But we are going to lose game 5, which is a big heartbreaker there. Now it is time for game 6 on the road. Cat versus his former squad, and then Randall versus his former team. And it looks like the Wolves may have our number here. So unfortunately for us, we are going to lose in the finals in 6 games. So the Knicks finally got to the NBA Finals, but injuries or whatever it may have been stacked up against us. And now the only thing I can think of is let's try to better this bench, clearly. So let's do just that. So for the draft lottery, we have Utah, and then our pick, I believe, at 29. So at least we have that. And then Mike Brown will remain the head coach. Let's go to draft night and let's pick with the 29th selection, because at this point, we can use whatever we can get. So we got this guy, starter out of Baylor. Is there anybody else? Caden Boozer, Braden Burrow, or I guess I'm going to go ahead and take Mr. I don't know how to say his name, but welcome to the team. So 73 overall. I mean, he is going to be someone that might play for us a little bit. We'll find out. Yabusele accepts, Sims accepts, and Dadier will be accepted. And then qualifying offers, Ariel. I mean, maybe we bring him back. We'll see. Free agency. I don't think we have any free agents to worry about. None. It's just all about, can we build a bench out? So let's see if we can do that. So Brunson, Kolek might develop a little bit, so that would be big if we get that. McBride. Then we bring in this guy, which honestly, he is tall enough that we can move him to the 3. He might even go up like 1 or 2 overall if we do that. He's up to 75, so we can definitely take that. I don't want to move him to backup. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Backup shooting guard. Okay. Secondary position shooting guard. That's what I wanted. Okay, and then we do need another center. So that's something I would like to add to this team. Like Vucevic, if we can get him. He might be someone that regresses a little bit, but I wouldn't hate that. So I'm going to offer Vucevic a contract. He'd fit really well in this team as a backup. So we'll start there. And then we'll just... Brogdon was really good for us last year. So I'm going to try to bring him back as well. Malik Beasley, Isaiah Joe, definitely down for one of that. And then anybody else? Barnes, who's probably going to regress quite a bit, but we can throw him an offer too. So we get 3 minimums. And then Scottie Pippen is here, which is very, very interesting. But we have enough guards that I don't think I want to bring in another guard. So at this point, I feel decent about our depth, so I think I'll roll with what we have. I think we have a 15-man roster anyway. So yeah, we have a 15-man roster. We'll roll with that. Player progression. We do have a lot of regression, as you can see. The team is older, but yeah, you got Cat regressing. He's got a cut on the head. What was this man doing? Dylan Brunson is down. Everyone is basically down right now. Vucevic did stay in 81, so we'll at least take that. Barnes or Biden are down. This guy went up, and then Kolek and Dadier are slowly developing as well. So, I mean, we'll take it, right? It's not perfect, but we're going to go into year 2 with a little bit of a better bench than last year. And our starting 5 is obviously the strong suit with some aggression in there as well. Let's go look at this rotation going into year 2 with Giannis on the team full time in this season. The proficiency has this 4-star balance, which is good. And here is your rotation. So we got Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, Karl-Anthony Towns, Vucevic off the bench, McBride, Malik Beasley. And then, oh yeah, we can run 9 rotation obviously too. So yeah, 9 rotation is going to be back for this. And then you got Yabusele. And of course, we got plenty of depth if guys do go down. It's not the most perfect depth, but it's better than nothing, right? So we'll go with this. We'll see how the season goes. I'm hoping that we can find ourselves as the top seed in the East again. Hopefully health permits us to stay decently healthy this year. Giannis, of course, also is a free agent in the offseason. So you would have to imagine if he wanted to go to the Knicks that he would sign an extension. So for this video, I will absolutely be re-signing him. McBride wants to sign a minimum extension. Josh Hart's not asking for too much money either. So I'm happy to bring both of those guys back. Kolek, yeah, someone I'm okay with keeping as well. All right. I will see you guys at the end of year 2. Hopefully we find ourselves in a great spot. We'll see where we're at come end of the season. So Nikola Jokic wins MVP. AJ Band's the Rookie of the Year in a Brooklyn Nets jersey. You got Anthony Simons winning 6th man. Mobley's your DPOY. Edgecombe is your most improved. Porzingis is your clutch player. And Chris Finch is your Coach of the Year. Nathan Mack is your executive. And Cade is your Cup MVP. So here was your All-NBA first team. No Knicks once again. But we do get Karl-Anthony Towns on an All-NBA second team. And here is your All-NBA third team. So no Brunson or Giannis, I noticed, though, immediately. All defensive first team and all defensive second team. Do get Cat making all defensive second team as well. Okay. Interesting. And then let's go take a look at our seeding and all of that. So as far as standings are concerned, we went 44 and 38, so nothing spectacular. Here are your player stats. So Giannis once again played 19 games, bro. That's actually crazy. He only played 19 games this season. So, and then Brunson played 69. I mean, as long as they're healthy for the playoffs, I guess that's all I care about. We do have a couple of injuries here. Yeah, a few injuries actually. Josh Hart. Yeah, I again don't know how to say this guy's name. Torrey, maybe. Probably say that name wrong. Malik Beasley is hurt, but at least we have our top 3 guys along with Mikal Bridges as well. Giannis, 19 games is actually crazy. I need you to stay healthier than that, my man. But all right, 9-man rotation. Despite all the injuries, let's just see how we can do in these playoffs. So we get to play the Pacers in round 1, who should have Howley back, which they do. We were able to beat them last year, but with Halliburton back, how much does that change the landscape? We're down 1-0. We even it up. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to them. Game 5 goes to us. Beat them in 6, hopefully. Yes, we do. So we're on to the second round. We play the Toronto Raptors. So we'll have home court advantage in the next round. Still are going to be without Josh Hart, Yabusele, Malik Beasley. So, yeah, quite a few injuries here for sure. But, again, our top 3 guys, top 4 guys are still healthy. So, at least we have that. All right, Toronto, what you got? You got Barnes playing point guard. Okay. I guess IQ must be hurt. You got Grady Dick, Ingram, CMB, Jakob Poeltl, RJ Barrett, Jacoby Walter, Baldwin. And then IQ is hurt. And, yeah, that's what they look like. So, game 1 is going to go to us, 131 to 102, 31, 7 and 4 from Giannis, 25 and 9 from Brunson. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to us, and we will beat them in 5, hopefully. Yes, we beat them in 5. We're back to the conference finals, and now we get to play the Chicago Bulls. So, we got Minnesota and Dallas on the other side, and of course, we got Chicago in front of us, who have Trey Jones, Cam Thomas, Isaac Okoro, Jeremy Sohan, Chris Bozales. I mean, they have to have Giddey hurt or something. So Josh Giddey is hurt. Benedict Mathurin is hurt. Okay. I'm looking at this team, and it looks like our starting 5 is not healthy. If we find a way to lose this series right here, right now, I will be livid. I'm just going to say that right now. I know Cam Thomas is a stud in the 2K sim, and he might be a one-man wrecking crew, but there is no reason that we have Giannis, Brunson, Mikal, Karl-Anthony Towns to lose this Chicago team I'm looking at. We better not. We better not, man. I'm saying it right now. We do even it up. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4, dude, they're not putting up. They are not going up 3. They are not doing this to us right now. We're going to a game 7 with this team right now. Okay, go on the road and win. Like, if we lose to this Bulls team, we deserve to just absolutely be sent to Mars or something. We might actually lose. We won, but that was way too close for comfort, I will say. And we were fully healthy. That's the crazy part. Other than obviously some of our bench depth, but our starting 5 was fully healthy, and that went to 7, which is just ridiculous. But that's 2K for you. So we get Minnesota and Dallas. Well, Minnesota beat us last year, and of course Dallas is scary. So either way, it's tough, and it's going to be the Mavericks. So Giannis, Conference Finals MVP for us. Of course, Kyrie is Conference Finals MVP for the Mavericks. So we got to the finals, second time in a row, but can we put it all together? Fully healthy right now. Game 1 goes to us. Good start. Okay, we'll take that. Is Dallas healthy? Let's see. They got Flagg who's hurt. Washington's hurt. But everyone seems to be playing other than maybe Christie. Game 2. We're up 2-0. So far, so good. But I would not rule out the Mavericks tying the series. And no, we're up 3-1. Do we beat them in 5? Yes, we do. So we do bring a championship to the New York Knicks with Giannis Antetokounmpo. So Giannis, you know, he's expressed multiple times that his desire to win a second championship is very much so. And he has done that by joining the New York Knicks. Let's see if we can go back to back. Like I said, I don't want to make this video extremely long because just the idea of Giannis in New York just sounds impossible to me, but this was a fun, entertaining video to do regardless. But here are some of your retirements. So let's go to the draft lottery now, and let's see what we have going on here. So we already got a championship. Of course, we do not have a pick this offseason, which is to be expected with all the trades that the Knicks have made. And then Mike Brown just got a championship, so no reason to move on from him. On draft night, let's see what we got here. So we have no draft capital speak of. We have a second round pick, so let's see what the AI takes us. They get Dave Phillips. Welcome to the team. Sorry, not Cat, but we got Giannis actually accepting his player option, which I don't think he often does, but maybe because we won a championship, he said, hey, I'm staying here for another season. Hakoum Dadier, of course, will accept. Hopefully, this man will play more than 19. That's probably another reason why he did it. He's like, hey, I only played 19 games, so I should probably just take this money I have on the table. And Carly Towns does decline, so we're going to have to look to re-sign him. And then, you know, there's some other options here. But Carly Towns, I'm going to go ahead and give a short-term deal to. I'm going to try to go back-to-back here, so we'll bring him back. We're losing quite a few free agents, obviously, but that was to be expected. Dame, you want to come to the Knicks? No, he doesn't. Okay. We got Kolek and then Hakoum Dadier, who are two guys I'm like really expecting to develop a little bit. And even this guy. Again, I don't know how to say his name fully, but yes, him too. Vucevic might regress even more, but having him as a third string is not a horrible idea. So I do want to focus primarily on the front court, I guess, in free agency. So we got Aldama on a minimum, which I'm cool with that. And then let's bring in another center just in case. So like Day'Ron Sharpe is always someone I'm a big fan of, so we'll bring him in hopefully as well, or he'll choose somewhere else because okay, he comes to New York. AJ Mitchell is a stud in the 2K sim, or he used to be, so I'll bring him in as well. And I think that will be all we do. So let's go to player progression. Again, guys are regressing quite a bit. Vucevic, you know, 78, still serviceable. I'll take that. So we still have Sharpe as the third string center if needed, and then this guy's developing to 77. Dadier and Kolek aren't developing anything special just yet, but again, we're top heavy. It's about the starting five, so let's go look at this rotation going into year number 3, and let's go see if we can go back to back. So Power Rank does have us third overall, so they seem to be pretty high on us going into the season. We are a 4-star balanced team, and again, your starting five is basically the same, other than I guess Giannis is hurt to start the season for whatever reason. Let's see what the injury is. Food poisoning. Why does 2K love food poisoning so much? They gave it to Zion the other day. We got a sore right knee, but I guess Giannis will be out for a couple of days. So let's see how this goes. And we're down, or we're 1-2 on the season. Giannis is back now, though, so at least we have that. All right, let's summate the rest of the season. I mean, we should be a playoff team, obviously. Without Giannis, we missed some games there, but hopefully he plays more than 19 games as well. We need more than that. So I'll see you guys at the end of this third season. So at the end of year number 3, Jokic wins MVP. Stokes is your rookie of the year. Boozer is your 6th man. Chet is your depoy. Joanne Behringer is your most improved. Luka is your clutch player. And Mike Brown is your coach of the year at 68 and 14. Caldwell is your executive. So not too shabby there. And Cup MVP went to Mr. Trae Young. Here is your NBA first team. You got Jokic, Luka, Trae, Edwards, and Halliburton. Here is your All-NBA second team with Josh Giddey, Morant, Chet, DeBanz, LaMelo. A ton of injuries here on the second team. And All-NBA third team. So Brunson does finally make it. I think this is the first time in the video he has done so. You got Brown, Duran, Mobley, Adebayo here as well. All offensive team. Any Giannis. We did get Cat on here last year, but no, none of that. And here's our all-rookie team. So not too bad. But let's see. We ended up as the first in the East. So I'd like to think that things went pretty well. We went 68 and 14. If we look at the team stats, we haven't even looked at this yet. We were number 3 on offense, and it looks like defensively we were pretty good. Yeah, number 1 on the defensive side, which is nice. And then how are we health-wise? So Giannis is healthy. Vucevic is the only one that seems to be hurt right now, and I guess this guy as well. Okay, let's look at how many games Giannis played this year. 59. I mean, it's better than 19, but it isn't anything special. Brunson played all 82, though. 20 from Cat, 25 from Giannis, 12.5 from Mikal, 12 from Vucevic, and then, yeah, 10, and then 10. So, do have some significant losses here, but hopefully we can manage. So, let's see if we can go out here and win our second championship of the video. So, we got Philadelphia in round 1, who, of course, wow, Maxey must be hurt because he is down to a 78 overall for some reason. They got Edgecombe, they got RJ Barrett. I mean, they have a decent team, but we should smoke them. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to us, and we will beat them in 4. So that was easy. So we get that done, and McBride, I guess, is going to jump in. Giannis is hurt, but he's playing through it. All right, let's go to a second round. We get to play Toronto, who we did beat last year, but they did have a little bit of injuries, and Barnes is now hurt for them as well. So their best player and Grady Dick is hurt. Wait, where's Barnes at? Oh, he's hurt on the bench or something. So yeah, it looks like we have a nice advantage going into this series that we should take advantage of, hopefully. So we're up 1-0. We're up 2-0. We're up 3-0. We have not lost a game yet. And, of course, every time I say that, it happens. We beat them in 5. So Cleveland or Atlanta. Cleveland gave us some issues earlier. And Atlanta we were able to beat. So we get to play the Hawks. You got the Mavericks and the Thunder on the other side. So, we may not have Brunson right now. So They got Dyson Daniels, Alexander Walker, Riche Johnson, Okongwu, Lopez, and then they have Trae Young, who's still on their team, but he is out right now. And I think we're missing our point guard too. Giannis is day-to-day. Brunson is out for the season with a torn left meniscus. Damn, that's brutal. Okay, so, I mean, they have no Trae Young, and we have no Brunson. So I guess the playing field is even. Let's see how much time Trae Young's going to miss. Let's see if it's out for a while. He is out for the season as well. So, yeah, they're both out for the season. So I guess it's kind of even at that point, but here we go. Game 1 does go to us, 121 and 109. Cat with 24, 21, and 19. Game 2 goes to us. So far, so good, 130 to 105. Game 3 goes to us. The Hawks may not have anything for us, and we do beat them in 4. So we've dominated the East despite not having Brunson right now. Now, this may be different, though, when we go play one of these teams, and it'll be the Thunder or the Mavericks. Of course, it is the Mavericks again. So Cooper Flag won the Conference Finals MVP, only averaging 16. Interesting. Okay. So we're healthy again outside of Brunson, so that does suck. Would really like to have him right now, but nothing we can do about it now. And then the Mavericks, on the other hand, they have Flag out as well. So AD also out. I mean, you would think we'd take advantage of this and win. That would be helpful. So let's see if we are able to do that. So again, if we look at their team, Flag is not starting. AD, I guess, is still playing through the injury, apparently. But no Cooper Flag should mean we have a chance. So Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to them. Game 4 goes to us. And it looks like we may be bringing another trophy home to Madison Square Garden. And we can end this video off perfectly with a second championship in a row. Giannis on his contract. We didn't have to give him an extension today. He's just going to win 2 championships on his current contract. So that'd be probably his dream scenario. So I'm going to jump in, let you guys watch a championship celebration if you care to. But that's going to be a beautiful way to end this video. I will see y'all in the next one. This was just a fun hypothetical. Let me know your guys' thoughts on all this, though, down in the comment section below. Do you think Giannis to New York is at all possible? To me, it seems pretty impossible for it to happen. But you never know, I guess.